Okay, Shalom. I give Shalom first thing and foremost. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders, the apostles of the great millstone. Blessings and many salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Hashem Yahawashi, whatever it may be. Hey, this Aki and Mahalagia coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. Title that most people will fold. I was listening to the brother Sha'ar, Priest Sha'ar's video about a testimony that he had regarding a job, and I didn't get through the whole video, but you know, just off the strength of what he said, I'm experiencing certain things in my job, man. Same thing with Jake. He said how Jake had the thing for several months, and it's like that at my job too, man. Most of these Jakes that I work with, probably besides two, did not take the you know what, including myself, whatever. But it's just kind of crazy because it was this one Jake, man. They were talking about it in the huddle, and I don't really say too much. I don't really express my viewpoints to these people because they Jake, they're just not spiritual. They don't get it. They'll never get it, and the Lord is not dealing with them, so they would never understand what we speak about from a spiritual perspective, because Jake is all in the flesh, man. Okay, Jake is highly intricate on believing in the flesh, so talking about spiritual things, they don't understand how to connect the scriptures and tie it to what's happening in the world today. So yeah, this is the reason why our people are in this bad predicament, and it's just getting ready to get a lot worse. This weekend we had a situation at the camp. Title Edomites came up. They were dialecting, but his daughter pretty much provoked a lot of bad energy at the camp, man. And his daughter basically was cursing us out, so we cursed her out. And then all of a sudden, the Sukkot father came and knocked our camera down. And we was finna take it there with him. But we realized the camera still worked for one thing, and second of all, they wanted to provoke us into a situation. And third, when we was getting ready to go there with him, he humbled down immediately because he's gonna get touched up. But he went his way eventually, and we was able to proceed. But case in point, the mindset of the people, they're just getting waxing worse and worse. Tells you people should be lovers of themselves and love for one another should go cold. Just kind of jumping over the place. But going back to the job situation, I'm in a similar predicament because I remember when I first started, Supervisor Cat, he asked me, was I, and that's based, you get hired, that's the first thing they ask you is if, you got the, what, and I told him, nah, I'm nah, and then he was like, well, he made the move because of his wife or something like that, which me, that's a stupid thing. That's really you being afraid because you have no faith. All right, and most people will fold, okay, because they don't have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. Okay, scriptures say that the righteous should scarcely be saved, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay, so yeah, brothers, man, count yourself to be blessed for having this ministry and this truth, because like the elder Yahshua always say, he says the Most High put something very special in the elect. Okay, he put something special in us to get us to resist the coming tyranny, because I've heard it. One Jake like, look, man, I don't want to get that shit on, but I gotta work, I gotta feed my family. That's the first thing Jake say, but they don't understand or go into the scriptures and look at how the Most High rained manna down from heaven, quail, okay, how we was able to take the spoils out of Egypt. They don't understand how Moses smote the rock and it became water. Okay, they don't understand that certain miracles that Moses performed, or the Most High did through Moses in the chariots. Okay, when he parted the Red Sea and the water was up on both sides as a raven wall, and then when we was able to pass through, then the sea waters rescinded, and then it swallowed up the Egyptians and Pharaoh. See, Jake talking about how blessed they are, how blessed it is, how blessed that, but when it comes to making life choices predicated on the safety of your salvation, Jake just seemed to forget all odds, man. They seem to forget that we serve a power that's mighty in wonders and works. Okay, Jake seemed to forget that because this concept or this society has been totally desensitized about, or been desensitized about worshiping a God. Okay, most people go to church now based on some type of status quo. You know, they go to church to brag about what they have, but they don't really get the important message of the supposed church, which there's really no message in there. But even just the fact you're going to church, you think that you would study some form of the scriptures, man. These people don't even do that. So, of course, when it comes for them to make choices, they make ruinous choices. That's why majority of the people will fall, because now you have an orchestrated famine, okay, that the Most High is harboring up through the elites of this world. When it goes into Luke, the 19th chapter, I think, when it went into how they besieged the city, they're doing that right now. They're besieging everything, because everything that's supposed to come in through ports and so forth, they're kind of stopping and halting operation. They're not physically seizing the cities yet, but it's going to come down to it, because military tactic, you move in, okay, and the foods, they have to come in. So when they continue to lock down these ports and they continue to put these austerity measures on these different companies and businesses from around the world, even here in Babylon, then you're going to see that that's going to create a timid and a tense situation, to the point that they're going to start blaming people that's not complying with the beast system, and blaming it on those people. So therefore there can be a division, because now what they're doing is turning the people into one another, man. Like if you watch the new Halloween movie, after the mental patient jumped out the window and killed himself, the guy, the sheriff, the old guy, he said now he's turning us into monsters, because there was hunting basically innocent people. So it's kind of be like, it's like almost like Kingsman or Hunger Games, man. You know, the people are gonna be so against one another, you see. And that's exactly what the elites are doing. That way all the attention can be taken off them, and it can be put on a fellow neighbor. Oh, well, he's the reason why this XYZ is not happening. He's the reason why your kids can't have Christmas or Halloween or Thanksgiving. They're the reason why food is going up, when that's all followed. Because just a year ago, you had Brandon Circus. They was in a hurry to get them damn baseball and football games back. Okay? It wasn't any shortages then, and you had people that was going there that didn't have the punch. So you see how they're controlling the narrative? Okay? They're controlling the narrative. And you people are getting ready to fold, man, because you don't know how to go without. You're solely predicated on living in the flesh, okay? And if you're making fleshly moves based on a fleshly mindset, you will fold, okay? Because the scriptures say we walk not according to the flesh, but according to the spirit. So everything you do have to be along the spiritual lines of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, his will, okay? Now we understand that, you know, you got to feed the flesh, you know, you got to eat, drink, you know, sometimes give it marriage, you know, go out and do things to get you the balance. But overall, when it's going to disrupt your spiritual consensus to walk in his faith, then ultimately that's not the best move to make, all right? And Jake don't get that, because Jake don't know how to freaking suffer, man. Jake don't never want to suffer. And we get it, we understand it, but hey, part of this truth is suffering. Read James 5 and 10, man, okay? The suffering that partake of the men in the Lord. We was gonna suffer, you know? What the brothers say, most of our men don't trust facts. It's their ladies and mothers that are basically bullying them. Yeah, that's the spirit, man, because this one Jake, man, you know, that I'll be partnering up with at work, he said that his wife went down there and did it, and did it behind his, and did it twice. He said he was so pissed off, but he like, you know what, I'm not doing that. He said, I'm not doing it. So I want to see how far he gonna hold off, you know, because like I told him, I said, anybody that took it, you got 2 or 3 years tops to live. But then when I found out, he's miserable with his situation anyway. So, you know, it's just kind of like, okay, you know, bye. But nonetheless, man, I want to see how long it is before these Jakes fold, because without Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, you will fold, okay? And even if you do put up some type of resistance, the fact that your resistance is not coming from the Lord, it's coming from your own volition, man, your own belly, your own mind, your own heart. Scriptures say the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So your resistance is not coming from the Heavenly Father, man. It's coming from your own damn belly. All because you think that you're in control of everything around here. You people are not in control, man. Okay, you people are not in control of yourselves. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is controlling this narrative here, man. Okay, he's controlling the narrative and the outcome. And he's chosen who was his and who wasn't. Like it tells you in the book of John. He says, look, man, none would be plucked out of my hand. So if you of the elect, man, you of the elect. But at the same time, man, you got to be putting forth the works of the man of the Lord. Okay, you just can't be going off making rash decisions because you feel like it. Okay, and that's why a lot of people are going to fold when this whole thing is written. When it comes down and push to shove, a lot of people going to fold, man. All right, and a lot of Israelites that know they're Israelites, they're already folding. You know, you got guys at these different camps that went down there and was dealing with the stuff. You know, suicide rates going out. That's a lot of stuff happening that's not being reported, man. You know, that's why it's good for brothers like they got a term. Keep your eyes glued to the streets. Hey, keep your eyes glued to the spirit, man. Pay attention. You know, that's why it's good to be in tune and contact with brothers, to let brothers know what's going on as a collective, as a collective, a hive. The movie Candyman, that hive, that collective, that's what we represent. Okay, and how do bees communicate? They communicate through coming together, man. All right, it ain't no one bee building a honeycomb or a hive. It's multiple sources, man. Okay, and that's how we have to be, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Come on, man, you could have totally went. You know, but anyway, brothers, that's pretty much it, man. You know, the spirit hopped on me to do this lesson. I have a few topics I want to speak about what's happening. It's a lot of shit happening, man. Economic collapse, everything, you know, along the same lines what we've been talking about, which is going to lead to the MOTB, you know. And like the Apostle Tahar said, another brother said, hey, we going to sound like a broken record. Why? Because the time is at hand that these particular prophecies have to be fulfilled. You know, and if our content is getting too boring for you, if you feel like we sound like repeating ourselves like parrots, then hey, you can feel free to go watch another program. You can watch whatever you want to watch. You don't have to be bored or inconvenienced with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to keep pushing these prophecies, man. All right? Be speaking these things into existence. And that's the job of the men of the Lord, the prophets. All right? That's our job. And we're going to continue to do so, man. Brother text Ecclesiastes 2:4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be not patient. Be patient when thou art turned to a lower state. Khan, your part, bro. Yeah, that's right, man. We all gonna be in straits. Like the brother Shar said it. We all gonna come in straits. Every brother in this faith, we are on the line of losing everything that we got, man. You know? And I'll be the one to tell you, you know, I mean, shit. I ain't got much, you know what I'm saying? I have my daily bread and my sustainables. That's good enough for me on this side. You know, I realize that having all that stuff is not really the best thing, because the more you have, the more attached you become to it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad that the Lord gives us our daily bread. You know, give us this day our daily bread. Okay? Daily bread is sufficient enough. You know, especially when you're dealing with a flesh-based society. This society teaches you to dwell and to incorporate your aspects in the flesh. So therefore, it's all about having more. Consumerism. Like they got a song, Who Wants to Be Like the Joneses? That's the vibration America pushes. So you can be in that mindset, because when you two in the flesh, you will never you'll never be in the spirit. You can never tap into the things of the spirit. You know, like right now we got one of the 3 biggest holidays coming up: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, man. All 3 deals with heavy consumerism, okay? Heavily fleshly deeds, all right? It's all about the flesh and the peas in your flesh. Christmas, Thanksgiving with gluttony, eating all types of wicked food. Halloween has been a freak off day when you're able to be something that you're not. You can tap into those demons. You know, it's a big mess here, man. And we have to really focus our minds on what's at hand, all right? But anyway, brothers, man, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Blessings be to the whole elect. Shalom, and the Baba, Lord's where you edify. Shalom.